Alright, it's Monday, back from the weekend. Just worked on some tracks over the weekend, and someone was asking, how do I interface my Logic computer to my ProTools computer? Yes, they are two separate computers. I think I showed you ones. There they are. Two down there. So I'll explain that a little bit. Okay, so first of all the audio out of Logic, let's say when I play a sound, okay, how do we hear that sound? Basically, it's coming out of, I'm using, I don't know if it's hard to see down there, I have a MOTU 2408 Mark III audio interface hooked up to the Logic computer, and that's coming out lightpipe or optical digital into one of my ProTools interfaces. One of the 192s. It has, I guess, a couple or each one of those has a couple banks of digital in. So basically 8 outputs of the, no, actually it's 2 sets of 8. I'm coming out of the MOTU into 2 sets of optical digital inputs into ProTools. So that's how the audio is being routed. Let's see. Oh, the syncing. So since I track in ProTools, believe it or not, I'm using old school SMPTE Time Code. So I'm having ProTools generate SMPTE, sending that out the, see that top thing, it's called SYNC. It's the SYNC I. So out of that, just a 1/4-inch cable, sending SMPTE Time Code into my Logic MIDI interfaces. It goes into the top one, the Unitor 8s. And so what I do is I turn on, in Logic, turn on Receive Sync. So the top line turns blue. See that? Off, on. Okay. And that's ready to receive sync. Then in ProTools, generate LTC. Turn that on. Boom. So now it's going to send out time code to Logic, and it will then chase ProTools. So if I hit play here, uh-oh, the timing's off. It's funny that that happens. Let's see. I have to set the sync settings. The timecode rate on Logic was different than what was in ProTools. So obviously you have to make them the same. So I'm using 30 frames per second. And bar position 1, bar 1, plays SMPTE starting at 1 hour. So, getting technical there. So yes, that's what I'm doing. And then that should be the same here. Let's see, status. Yep, session start time is 1 hour. So, don't ask me why I started at an hour. It just is. I've done that forever. You can start at 0, I guess. But I guess if you need to go before that, there is no before 0. So, there you have it. Okay, so now when I hit play, it should actually start playing over here. Yeah, now it's working. This is the first song Sheldon and I did. I added a few sounds, obviously. Alright. So now I'll demonstrate actually tracking one sound in, just so you see it. So I made a new track. I'm going to track in that wah-wah clavinet sound. So I set the setting to input MOTU 1 and 2. Hit the record button. Go back over here. Let's see. There's the wah clav sound. I'm going to hit solo on that. Play it, make sure it's routing. Yep. Okay. Levels are a little hot, so I'm going to turn it down slightly. Out of Logic, so it doesn't peak. Okay. Now, go back to Pro Tools. Go to that screen. Let's make that track really big so you can all see it. Extreme. Okay. Oh, that's too big. I'm going to just jumble. There you go. Okay. Record. See now the record light's going. And there it is. And as it's recording, you see the waveform take shape just after it's recorded. It's pretty cool. And there it is. Stop. There's your track. Let me turn on these other speakers so you can hear it better over here. So after the whole track's recorded, you turn the record button off. Hit playback. Oops. It's that simple. I wish it was that simple. There's a few other factors in the loop. Basically, when you're dealing with digital, you have to have something as your digital master clock. So I'm actually using an Apogee Big Ben. Yeah, clever. So that is serving as my master clock for everything that's digital in the whole studio. So it's sending out what's called word clock to all my Pro Tools interfaces, to the lexicon unit, which is digital in and out, to my other Apogee unit here, which I track, most, that's the silver one here. Track vocals, piano, all kind of stuff through that. And into the Logic interface. So everything gets digital sync from the Apogee Big Ben. And that's how they're interfaced. So there you have it. See you next time.